Hello, this is going to be my nonprofit final project. So beginning with slide one. My name is Michael. I have been hired as the Light of Life Church's consultant. They have a Sunday morning attendance of 400 people, average giving $30 a person a week. Core ideologies is surrender to transformation, share Jesus, love people, serve the hurting, be the church 7 days a week, live in community, and be givers. Vision statement: we strive to be like the light of Christ to believers and non-believers alike. The goal for this church is not to change the direction it's moving in, but to look at its strengths, to capitalize on the ministries we have, to push the vision that God wants to take the church towards and beyond. The strategic plan is centered around this strategic budget. We'll base this year's budget off of last year's budget and then base this year's income for the next year's budget. To determine the funding allocations, we will need to use percentages to represent each allocation. This is personnel at 50%, 16% for facilities, 24% for programming, and 10% for missions. So as you can see right here, we have allocated the different budget categories right here. So with a monthly total of $52,000 and an annual total of $624,000. So like again right here we have 50% personnel, so it's $312,000 annually. So we have to pay the lead pastor $60,000, executive, worship, youth, children's pastor, social media marketing, and admin. Notice how it goes down. The pay goes down over time. So we are attributing 16% again to facilities, $99,000 for the mortgage, the insurance, utilities, maintenance, supplies, technology, security, bus expenses, and the postage. So here at 24%, we have programming for an annual budget of $149,760. The worship service budget, the youth budget, the children's pastor budget, and for events. So here at 10%, we have missions, which is $62,400. For the local, it's $24,960 and foreign $37,440. So here's where the budget distributing is in this pie chart. We have personnel at 50%, programming at 24%, facilities at 16%, and missions at 10%. So in regards to financial management, the purpose of having excellent financial management in all Light of Life activities is to fulfill the Great Commission that was spoken of in Matthew 28:16 through 20, which is to make disciples of all nations. It is the responsibility of the board leadership and lead pastor to be held accountable to all stakeholders of the ministry, which includes the congregation, staff, and the community. So, the authority. So who has authority over all of our finances? It's the treasurer. The treasurer is responsible for the day-to-day financial management of the ministry and is authorized to pay bills, deposit funds, and maintain bank accounts. The treasurer is authorized to sign checks for up to $2,500. Checks for amounts greater than $2,500 need to be signed by the administrator and a member of the pastoral staff. The treasurer is required to complete and turn in monthly financial report to the board for review. Handling funds received. So, having clearly written procedures for handling transactions is important. Under no circumstances are the church pastoral staff permitted to handle any cash offering or to sign any ministry checks. No one is to be left alone with the church's money. Offering for services are to be received by the ushers during each service and immediately placed in the back offices of the church and put in the key combination safe in the presence of one staff member and one lay person. So, accountability. There will be a monthly report that details what was spent and how this affects the rest of the year's budget. All receipts that were spent from different departments are to be turned in. Bank statements will be reviewed by at least one person in addition to the person performing the reconciliation. Every year, the church is required to arrange an annual audit for their finances, either from a certified accountant or some other qualified account. So, now that we've talked about the finances, let's move on to our little surprise mortgage. It has come to my attention as a consultant that there's a $3 million mortgage $3 million mortgage on the property. I was not aware of this burden whenever I made the proposal for the new church budget. The new monthly payment is $17,000 a month, and it's inhibiting the church's overall goal of what God wants to do through them. In order to remedy this, I will be offering a plan to conduct a 3-phase traditional campaign over the course of 3 years that will help reduce the monthly payment of $17,000 a month by raising $1 million. So phase 1 is the pregame. First off, we'll need to pre-plan the campaign before we go ahead and move forward. The leader of the campaign is the senior pastor. The campaign length will be 3 years. The vision of the campaign is this: the community's gracious giving will ensure that the Light of Life Church continues to share the message of the gospel to transform the lives of ourselves, the people around us, across the city, and the world. So 3 goals for the campaign that we will have. A victory goal, which the target number is raised $1 million and $20,000. The challenge goal is $1,500,000, and the miracle goal is $2 million. A flowchart will be made for the campaign. The theme of the campaign will be Matthew 5:16, talking about being the light of the world. So phase 2 is to spread the word. Step 1 is pray for the campaign. We'll do so by having church communities pray for the campaign, small group discussion, and prayer services. Step 2 is the gatherings. 3 groups of people will be gathered in houses: our largest donors, potential largest donors, and staff. These gatherings / briefings will inform people of the campaign's overall goal and the details that go along with it. We will vision cast the goal of the campaign through a sermon that the pastor will speak to motivate the churchgoers to give to the campaign. Step 3 is Vision Sunday. We will let the congregation know where the church has come from and where they're going in the future, and then tell them about the capital campaign. Step 4 is Commitment Day. The week after Vision Sunday, we will give our congregation time to think about how much money they can donate. Step 5 is Victory Day. 1 week after Commitment Day, we will have pledges and gifts that will be counted. Step 6 is Victory Sunday, announcement of the money that was raised. So phase 3 is the follow-up. In our last phase, we will be following up with the 3 groups of people: our donors, those who are new, and the ones who have yet to donate. Donors, thank you emails and contribution recognition statements will be sent to them every 3 months. New people, orientation classes will be held to encourage joining the capital campaign. For those who have yet to donate, we will gently encourage them by sending out emails that have asked if they have donated. As far as updating people about the campaign, we will send out regular reminders through the email. And finally, grant application. I will be giving the Light of Life Church a 4-step process for applying for a grant in order to underwrite one of our outreach ministries that the church is providing for the community. 3 grants that I suggest the Light of Life Church to consider: grants.gov, Foundation Center Online, and Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance. Carefully review the requirements for the grants that you are picking from the 3 foundations listed above. Write an application for the grant, review the application, then the application requirements, and then submit. So this has been my presentation. Here are the references, and thank you for listening.